to the Still in the Mud podcast, another episode. I am your host and sole proprietor, Big Al Jameson. We got our panel today. We got Dub, Dion, J Hurd. What it is, fellas?
What's up now? What's up?
Gang, gang.
Yeah. What's up?
And we're gonna get right into it. Started off today. We're gonna talk about the NBA finals. We gotta talk about the finals in game 4 for tonight. Dub, take it away.
All right, let's just check in first with the fellas. See how the week going. How your week going, big dog?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I had a moment this morning. You know, y'all know, because even though it's been 23 years, just had a breakdown, remembering mama and thinking about her and things like that. So I had a moment this morning. I had to get it out. But other than that, I'm good. I'm back on track. I'm locked in.
Let's get it. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Shout out to Auntie. Dion's on you. What's the check in?
Hey, man, just stay going forward. Al, sorry to hear about that. You know we're here for you. Those moments happen. They come. They go. They keep coming. As far as me, man, yeah, I'm just trying to keep trekking forward. Always smiling, just smile and wave like the Penguins of Madagascar say. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got.
Jay Hurd, talk to us.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think last time we did the check in, I was in a place where I could better kind of govern around what work demands of me, and not invest in my entire self into work. So today got the best of me, but I'm level setting and grounding myself back to not giving the folks everything, right, and making sure I leave a little bit for me and my family. Today, completely depleted, but I work on trying to prioritize family. And like D said, just keep pushing forward and doing the four finger wave like Madagascar.
Nah, for sure. And then for me, yeah, it's similar. Just pushing through. Work can be tedious sometimes, and we just have to find a way, even when we don't have the energy, don't have the mental capacity, to just keep pushing. So as we was talking about, yeah, the NBA is lit right now. It's lit. I mean, hey, New York Knicks is, that fan base has been going crazy. The Knicks, they haven't been there in a while. They haven't been to the big dance. They there now. So I want to start off by saying this, and I'm going to pick at everyone's brain, so I want y'all to jump in at any time. So Jalen Brunson currently is averaging like 24, 25 and 4, for rebounds and assists. Wemby is 29 and 9.7 rebounds, basically 29 and 10, right? One, who is the true X factor when it comes to this series? And then two, there's a trend going on that I did some research on, and I don't know how y'all feel, but in 2006, the Mavs played the Heat, and they went up 2-0, and then they end up losing 4-2. In 2016, the Warriors went up 2-0 against Cleveland, and then Cleveland came back and won 4-2. I'm just a numbers guy. Does the trend continue? So now we went 2006, 2016. Now we're in 2026. The Knicks started out 2-0. The Spurs just won 2-1. If they win tonight and go 2-2, tell me what your impact is.
All I know is the obvious. It feels like X factor is Wemby and Brunson, but I don't want to sleep on Stephon Castle, man. Like this guy, I didn't. What 6'4", 6'5", with athletic ability out the wazoo, two-hand jumper will
And he's
dunk on you.
21 years old.
21 bunnies can shoot. Like so, we look at the forefront and we look at the obvious. When you see the posters, the advertisements, the face of the franchise, we've named those two, but Stefan, like if he's not contained, he will run through you and he will change the trajectory of the game. He'll cover the gap if Wemby is falling behind. He'll supplement if Wemby's on fire. So if they don't have an answer for Stefan, San Antonio has the opportunity to continue the momentum that they started with this last game.
I think the X factor is OG and Anobi. He seems to be their workhorse for them. I'm watching him play, and especially these playoffs against the Spurs, he's been playing bully ball. Like he gets the ball down in the paint, he's moving bodies, taking it up strong. He hitting jump shots. He's playing D. Of course, Wimby's always going to be the X factor. He's always going to be a factor throughout the game. But to me, the Knicks got away from, especially last game, they kind of got away from what got them there. Playing team ball, moving the ball a lot. They played a lot of one-on-one basketball. Jaden Brunson was in ISO a lot. They weren't running the pick and roll as much. And I think that they kind of got away from that in game 3. I think they make the adjustment tonight. If they go back to the offense that they were running, prior to getting here, I think we're gonna have a 3-1 lead. I really do.
So if we get a 3-1 lead, do you think the Spurs have the bandwidth or even the talent to come back from 3-1 against this Knicks team?
I think they definitely have the talent. I don't think they have the experience to be able to come back from that type of depth. They're the second youngest team in the league. They're the second youngest team to ever make it to the finals. I think experience is going to come into play with that if they get down 3-1 because the Knicks, people don't even realize the Knicks got a lot of veterans. A lot of them dudes been in the league on their team over 10 years. They have a lot of grit, a little bit more grit and a little bit more experience, I think. I think that if the Spurs go down tonight, the series probably might be over. They may win one game at home, but I think the Knicks will finish it out in San Antonio.
That's a great set, Dion. How you feel? Or you?
I love the picks, but I'm gonna go with the big softy, Carl Anthony Towns. I'm not a fan of his game. He really ain't showed up this series, but a couple of plays throughout the game, you can see his size is a problem. He's not as soft as Chet, but he bigger. So just a little lean in, a couple of lays that he getting, him attacking the basket. If he show up, series over. It's over. Then for San Antonio, I like the castle spin, but I'm hitting you another one. If he can get five turnovers, under 5 turnovers, we would have a great series. He ain't had that many turnovers last game, but game 1 and 2, I believe it was like 7 or 8 turnovers each game. And it was a lot of stupid turnovers. So if Castle can do his thing and maintain, it'd be a great series for San Antonio. If Cat stop being soft, uh, it'd be a great series for the Knicks. Brunson gonna do his thing. I love the OG take. I'm looking for Mikal Bridges to show up. He's gonna show up one of these games along with Devin Vassell. So we'll see how it play out.
Whoa, you think the Knicks should sweep the Spurs?
They should have swept. They gave
I,
away. The
I
Spurs
agree.
gave away game 2.
I think if they would have stayed with the offense that they've been playing, other than trying to do that ISO one-on-one type of game, yeah. Let me give San Antonio some credit too, because their defense did step up.
Yeah.
But maybe in a situation where they forced the Knicks to do the one-on-one thing, game 3. So I think I'm expecting a lot of the same for game 4. But if the Knicks get back to playing the team ball that they were playing, the way that they hit shots, yeah, it's gonna be over.
Okay, great point. So hypothetical here. Let's imagine the Knicks end up winning the NBA championship, right? Is Jalen Brunson top 3 Knick of all time?
I mean, he has to be. I don't know who else you could put in that. Patrick Ewing never won a championship. Larry Johnson never won a championship with the Knicks. They hadn't won a championship since 1973. So you got to go back to all them players. He's got to be top 3. Um, since he's got there, even though a lot of people didn't want him on the Knicks, since they got there, they go into the playoffs every year. They've competed. They've been relevant for more than just being in New York. Like they've actually been playing good basketball. And Mike Brown, who everybody forget is a former coach of the year, who's been deep in the playoffs before, is a good coach, and he's been able to implement a system that allows them to play together and play team ball and play top 5 defense. So just because of the team success alone and his impact to the team since he's been on there, you got to put him in the top 3 at least.
I agree with you. I mean, like you said, I think he's 4 for 4. He's been with the Knicks for the last 4 years. The Knicks have been a problem the last 4 years in the league, right? Yeah, they have given a run into the playoffs. But if they win this year, I mean, I think there is a strong debate of him being top 3. But I'm gonna be
So
real,
we got Patrick Ewing, we got John Starks in there,
we got
we
we
got
got
Carmelo
Carmelo
Anthony,
Anthony.
him and Shumpert. He probably didn't make it.
Oh, Walt Clyde Frazier.
Yep.
You got Willis Reed and Walt Clyde Frazier from that championship team. Earl the Pearl Monroe. He was the point guard on that team that won the championship. But Jalen Brunson is putting up better numbers than all of them. If we outside of the championship, if we talking about if we looking at numbers and stats, he's putting up better numbers than all of them. So he is at for sure at least top three Knicks if they win it all.
I gotta agree with him. I don't want to. I looked at his numbers in the playoffs. He looks like this is actually funny. He looks like Trey Young, but with the championship, I boost him ahead of Melo. So I give him top 5 just off of him getting to the finals. But I'm not a Jalen Brunson fan. He's a Trey Young to me, underpaid Trey Young.
Okay, so then let's switch the topic. Spurs find a way to come back. They tied up 2-2 tonight. You know, come back, end up winning the series. However that looks like, game 7, game 6, whatever. Where does this put Wemby in a, as far as the Spurs legacy? Does he have to do it again next year? Because let's be real. We talk about Mr. Fundamental, Tim Duncan. We talking about, David Robinson, right? It's some great big men that's coming. Where do we align?
It's still hard to call that because he's still playing. I think that if he wins it, it'll put him in the early accomplishment category.
Okay,
One of the best big men the Spurs have ever had. That's still yet to be seen. I personally feel like I doubt it if they win the whole thing because, like I said, I just think that they're experienced and they're just too young as a team right now. But they're definitely going to be a force going forward, from here on out. I just don't want to crown him too early. And the criteria for San Antonio has been set. The bar is up there.
for sure.
I mean, he wins a championship early. That's cool, but then you got to do it again, and then again, and then again.
Just to his point, though, he did do something nobody else has done in the NBA, though.
Won it in his 4th year, so he's a year ahead of Tim. This is his 3rd year.
Yeah, this is maybe the only unanimous defensive player of the year ever. Unanimously.
I feel like you keep. I'm not gonna say you keep, but it feels like you're trying to introduce Wimby into the greatest of all time conversation. Specifically, Spurs Nation.
Okay.
I'm aligned with Pee Wee. It's too early, but just the thought that you're thinking about him in those topics is a huge compliment, and it really attests to his potential, right? And greatest of all time, 3 years in, I think it's early. We have to remind ourselves. We got Tim Duncan, we got David Robinson, we've got Tony Parker, we got
Manu
Ginobili.
Ginobili.
Yeah, like George Gervin. Like we have a lot of like top players that came out of there that won a lot of championships. So
Right.
I don't want to disrespect what they've done, but I also don't want to turn a blind eye to what Wimby could do. But he's not
Understood.
able
Gun.
to be inserted into the greatest of all time conversations quite yet, in my opinion.
Understood. So even if he wins this championship, you don't have him top 5.
Even with
All
this
time.
championship, yeah,
In Spurs.
Yeah, he up there.
I think so too, D.
He up there.
If he is, he's at number 5. I
Yeah,
can't put him ahead of Timmy.
That's fine. He's 20.
Yeah, yeah. Because you got to remember, we got to keep in mind he's one major injury away from being
yes,
he used to be. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
yes,
everybody is. That's a superstar, though.
Yeah, but somebody that tall and that the way that he plays the game, limbs and knees and all that stuff is exposed a lot for him. He doesn't, no matter how much he crouches, drives to the hole or whatever, it's always exposed. So he's one major knee injury, foot injury, whatever it may be. You remember how dominant Yao Ming was until the injury started.
For sure.
So I don't want to crown him too early, but he's definitely as advertised coming into the league. So I would definitely give him that.
So you're at least saying he's not overrated like some other talents that we've seen before.
No, he's definitely not
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely not in the bust category.
overrated. No.
I think that's accomplishment in itself. All the pressure they have on themselves coming into the league, all these TikToks and reels. Hey, this is the greatest. We talk about Zion Williams. I know I'm switching topic, but he was supposed
Nah,
to be the next LeBron James, right? And he's doing his thing, but nowhere near the level of LeBron. But Wimby,
100%.
Wimby is definitely like not disappointing. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, everything that people said about him, he's fulfilling. But we talk about greatest of all time, best in a organization, or the legacy of a Spurs and the dynasty that has. Right? I don't think he's in that conversation just yet.
I can
Um,
respect that.
yeah.
I can respect that completely. You reminded me of one, George Gervin. Like I didn't even think about him naturally, right? So you bringing that up, he's a Hall of Famer, right? He has to go into that. So D, you kind of on the same boat as like where you at?
I'm gonna go a different way with it. Of course, I would give him. He might be the greatest foreign born player that we've ever seen.
Ooh,
Um, then if
oh wait, foreign. Now, okay, like can we define that?
born outside of the country, they could have even lived here, but he
So
represents.
Dirk,
Wasn't
Giannis.
Kobe? Wasn't Kobe born in? You got him better than Kobe.
No, 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 no. I said he could be. I said he could be. Now we gotta remember he's 20. One championship and Luca level dominance for half of his career. He'll be the greatest foreign born player that we've ever seen. At 7'4", with a crossover, a jump shot, and no go-to move. But Luca level dominance, one championship, greatest foreign born player that we've ever seen, regardless of injury history.
I
And when I
might.
say Luca
That's
level
tough.
dominance, I'm talking about triple doubles, shoot from anywhere, score anywhere, carry your team to the finals. Like that's
Got a pat.
So are we
yeah,
factoring in the eye test along with accomplishments?
yeah, because Luke he ain't did nothing.
True.
He
I,
got now he did get his team to the finals, but he ain't.
well, then right now, then we could almost put Luca on Luca's level already because he's accomplished the same thing
No,
Luca has. If you really think
no,
Luca had
about
a
it.
go-to move. I don't know.
no.
Well, in
I
terms of
don't
his individual game, I agree. He needs to go
yeah
to move. And I'm pretty
no
sure, the NBA ain't crazy. I'm pretty sure he's been told that already. Just
yeah.
whenever he decides to work on it. Um, I think
Luka
he has
was average
I,
30 in.
yeah, I think he definitely has a chance. Uh he's with the right organization. He seems to have the right coach. If they put the right team around him and not overuse him, I do think he has a chance to be the best foreign born player we ever seen.
Okay. I hear the ifs. We say he's on whose level? Luca's?
You kind of can say that right now because he's accomplished the same thing Luca has. He got his team to the NBA Finals. Luca did the same thing. They ain't won
I
yet.
know, but Luca dropped. He can drop 30 consistently.
League.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Wimby is a better. I'm matter of fact, I almost want to put Wimby over Luca because at least Wimby is not a defensive liability that Luca is.
That's
Who
a
who
defense.
who's really a defense liability at 7'4"?
That's it. That's
You can
irrelevant. His height
No,
is
that is
irrelevant.
relevant.
Manute Bowl, George Mirasance, Bradley, dudes at that size ain't been great defensively. They were just tall and in the way. Uh,
Mhm.
Wimby can play. Wimby can actually. He's a dominant. He's probably the most dominant defensive player we've seen in 10 years.
No, unanimous defensive player of the year.
Yeah, for sure. So
That was true, by the way. That was true, by the way.
Thank you.
in terms of the all around type of player, and don't get me wrong, I love Luca. Luca is a monster. Don't get it twisted. But his as good as Luca is on offense, he's that bad on defense.
Yeah.
Wemby's versatility is what puts him ahead of Luca for me right now.
I
Don't
got you.
get twisted. Luca's still top 5 player in the league. He's still a monster, but his defensive liabilities is too glaring. And it wouldn't surprise me if he don't win a championship no time soon.
So what about Dirk Nowitzki, Joker? Like, are they not in the conversation of this at all?
Yeah.
I don't
Wimby's never
because
Wimby's never beat a LeBron.
like I said about Joker. Joker to me is still a liability on defense as well. He's not a great defender. He's skillful, but you know, I remember watching $1 million worth of game, and they was interviewing Nick Van Exel, and they was asking Nick Van Exel who would he rather have, Shaq or Joker. He said Shaq by far.
Of course.
Put it to you this way: he said, "Who would you rather guard? You would rather guard somebody who's going to shoot a three and make it every now and then, or would you rather guard somebody who's going to be down low, scoring 95% of the time? Because
Yeah.
as good as Joker is on offense, you've got to come back down court and guard Shaq, and he can do nothing with Shaquille O'Neal. Nothing.
But nobody can.
As we talk about all-time greatness, I think that they overrate Joker just a little bit because of his lack of defensive efficiency. I would rather have Wemby. I would rather have Wemby.
That's
Wow.
the thing. That's the thing. Like I think a lot of people, sometimes even me, forget that basketball is a two-sided sport where we have offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the person that comes to mind for me is James Harden. He's considered,
Exactly. Perfect. Perfect example right
Perfect
yeah.
there.
example. Yeah.
But
He'll
people
drop
are
30 on you, but he's gonna give
Yeah.
up 40.
people are putting him in the Wayne Wade conversation. Like
It
he's
ain't even no
comparable.
comparison to me.
Disrespectful.
Right, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It ain't even no comparison. James Harden doesn't play winning basketball.
No.
It's fair.
He doesn't play winning basketball. Since we're gonna stay in the spirit of basketball, let's transition just a little bit. So we've already had this conversation, but we're gonna share it with the world. We got to go with our starting five conversation. Now, here's the criteria though. You have to think like a GM, like a coach, like an owner. So we gotta factor in chemistry, attitude, who you think can play together, their strengths, and what they do. Just because somebody's top five or great doesn't mean that they can make a good teammate with each other. Case in point, to me, Kobe and Mike could never play on the same team.
Neither with LeBron.
Hold on, let me finish.
No, because I don't like how you started with them two.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me give my reasoning. Kobe and Mike couldn't play on the same team because somebody got to be Batman, somebody got to be Robin, and neither one of them would want to be Robin.
so
Neither
I
one. They
never.
wouldn't
This
play
is
second
it's
fiddle. They
strange.
wouldn't play second fiddle to each other. They wouldn't want to concede. Great individually and great for their teams for what they did, but I don't think Kobe and Mike could really play together. So
Understand, but are we saying that we're looking for like an entire season, and what the best position for success is for an entire season? We're talking about like a tournament because I mean
just
it's different.
just based on their skill set, how they played throughout their careers, and what you think would mesh together well, position by position. What you seen and what I know that you know about basketball, because you know about chemistry.
Yeah.
Dub, it's on you.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
All I know is Clay Thompson better not come up at nobody's list.
Hey,
All
chill
I
on my
Hey,
know.
man Clay, bro.
That's
Chill
all I
hey,
on my
know.
you already know he gonna pop up in
Hey,
Big Al's when he get back.
hey,
Trash.
hey, come on,
Um.
man.
So first at starting point, shout out to the 336. I'm gonna bring Chris Paul into it. It's gonna be my point guard.
Shocker.
Chris Paul is gonna be my point guard. He spreads the floor well, just great IQ. Uh,
You have to think from a realistic perspective.
he popped up like
Owner,
Blade.
as an owner, a coach, or a GM, what team could you put together that would, be cohesive and congeal? Go ahead, Dion.
So, Dub, I'm gonna give you a little bit way where I'm going. But while you're doing this, you gotta remember that most of these younger players looked up to these older players, so conceding or being Robin really wouldn't be an issue.
I get what you're saying. Like that would almost be like just hypothetically. I'm not saying this. That'd be like throwing Devin Book into the situation. Thank you for the guidance. I still don't know because we still talking all time, D.
No, but no. Let's level set. The ages don't matter. I think the ask is to envision every player in their prime,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So essentially,
Mm-hmm.
everybody,
Pre
theoretically, is the
pre
same
injury,
age.
pre
Mm-hmm.
injury, at their
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
best, at their peak.
Okay.
Shaq will be the same age as a Wimby in this
Yeah,
case.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay. No, I'm glad you said that. Yeah. So five would be Shaq. Four, I'm gonna go Tim Duncan. This is not skill set. This is chemistry. Tim, Chris Paul, Tim Duncan, Shaq. My two and three. This is. I can't throw Reggie Miller in there because he's a dog. He don't want the ball. Um. I'm stuck. I'm not gonna lie. When I gotta go with
I think
my,
Reggie Miller would be a great pick for you because you need a shooter.
but I got a lot of shooters. But Reggie was the type of shooter who also commanded his team. Everything went through the Indiana Pacers went through Reggie Miller.
This way, you got Chris Paul running the show, right?
Yes.
All Reggie Miller was never like I gotta have the ball type of one-on-one player. He's a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
He ran off picks. He ran around a lot. He got the spots. So really, on the team that you're building, he's almost like a spot up shooter. All he gotta do is stand near the 3-point line, ready to catch the ball.
Well, if I'm gonna get a spot up shooter, I'm going to Steph.
Are you changing his position? Because technically he's a point guard, right? So
If he want, listen, that's his vibe. If he
I
wants
mean,
Steph,
no,
Klay
flag
Thompson,
on the
Klay
play.
Thompson
Flag on the
fan.
play.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can do that however y'all want. If I have Steph just running around and all he got to do is shoot, that's the game plan. So
He's a point
Chris,
guard. He's a point guard.
so if I would have said AI, then what?
He's also a point guard.
No, AI is a shooting guard. You identify him as a point guard. That's
throughout
my
history,
point.
yeah, throughout history, they moved him to shooting guard. They
Thank you.
consider him a shoot. But Doug, you still not look at it this way. This is how you got to think. You still got to remember there's still two sides of the ball. Even though he's just run around and just do picks, he got to come down court and play defense on somebody.
I don't care no more. I'm on Chris Jordan.
Okay,
I'm going Chris Jordan, Katie, Tim Duncan, Shaq,
that's not terrible.
and I'm gone.
We're gonna come back to that. Dion, it's on you.
Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard in his prime.
Dwight over Shaq?
Now, my only problem is you got two defensive holes. But
Where?
Steph ain't he none of the point guards we gonna name Steph can handle on the
Oh,
defense.
that's fine. Cause
And Melo ain't never guard nobody.
Facts.
Hey, for the
Melo,
record, I'm
Melo's in that James Harden.
whoa,
Agreed.
the
whoa,
same Melo that
whoa.
gave Kobe
Y'all that
problems
got a
in Denver didn't guard nobody.
he can't.
Wait.
When is
I'm
Melo
gonna say this:
locked
Chris
in?
Paul, my favorite point guard. Steph done killed Chris for years. I'm just saying.
No, on the offensive end, yeah. When have you ever heard any commentator looking at Carmelo Anthony play and say, "Oh, Carmelo beat him up tonight"? You
Carmelo
never
showed
heard
up.
that.
Never.
Carmelo show up against big players in big games,
He
like
He
does.
used to
Kyrie
kill
showed
LeBron.
up against Steph Curry every year he played him in the finals. Kyrie is not known as a lockdown defender, but when he came to play, he came to play. When Carmelo went against Kobe, he cooked him on both sides of the ball.
I don't remember that, but all right.
Hey,
It's not terrible. But good. Okay, you got you. We're gonna come back
yeah,
to that too.
yeah. And I only put that five together with Dwight at the five because it's unless
Listen,
you touch the floor, the five
say
is a
what you want
throw.
to say. Dwight Howard was a monster.
Oh no, I'm not
People
knocking
underrate
it.
him all the time.
But they already played together. One
Yeah.
through four already played together in the Olympics, except
Yes.
Kobe died, RIP. So that chemistry factor is going to work. Even though they struggled, like I don't think they should have, but it'll work.
I agree. Jay Hurd.
Yeah, mine may be less controversial, but Magic at the one, running the show. Tallest, I guess one of the first tall point guards. Still agile, run the floor, no looks, all that. We're joining the two. He's gonna be my primary source of leadership. Of that's gonna be his team because that's just how he runs the show. LeBron, although a force, I think he can take a back seat even at the prime to Jordan based on his disposition. Right. I always mention he doesn't have that fire on him. He doesn't have that dog. He just has natural ability. I guess I'm
Great
throwing
point.
shade and giving compliments at the same time. All right, and then number four, I'm probably do Kareem. Kareem at the four. Just the dominance, the athletic ability, the we ain't never seen this before, like we were talking about with Wimbiana. And then I got Shaq at the five. So I think the art that we completely, maybe subconsciously overlook is the art of like post work, right? Having solid post players. We always talk about guards and who's getting in that bag, who can cross who up, right? But if I'm able to secure the lost art of post work, even though 2 is less than 3% shot anyways, regardless of skill. That's all I got.
I respect that.
I
Actually,
respect that too. That's
I
not bad.
respect
I
that.
think the Jordan Magic combination would make a great, would be good because Magic is a willing passer, LeBron is a willing passer, and it still can allow Jordan to do his thing when he needs to. Anyway,
I
uh,
mean, but with that lineup, is there a 3-point shot?
that's the only
No,
that's one thing that would be
Hmm.
missing.
It's not missing if you're dominant mid range and on the block.
that's
You
my
don't got to
point.
miss it.
I'm going.
Prime.
Just
So
just bring us Clay Thompson.
I got you. Hold on. So of course you know Shaq is my number one pick at center. At power forward, I got to go with Giannis. Like 6'11", man, run like a deer, 250 pounds, a defensive monster. He was close to unanimous defensive player of the year, league MVP, championship, overall beast. But he doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time, and he affects the game on both ends of the floor. You know, Shaq go without even saying. Of course, you know I gotta go with Bron, and my two guard is Clay Thompson. Not just because of the shooting, he played both sides of the ball. What happened? Oh, he played both sides of the ball, and the reason why Thompson works for me is he's the type of player where he'll guard you, he'll make it tough for you, and you may score on him, but he doesn't get discouraged because he's gonna come right back down the court, run off them picks, and be ready to shoot. And my point guard, my favorite point guard all the time is Penny Hardaway. 6'7", 6'8", could pass, could score on all three levels. Was a decent defender. He was second team all defense. Uh, he actually made teammates better. He gets everybody involved and still be able to score his. Yeah, that's my five. And the chemistry factor for me is the fact that I can offset. I can put LeBron or Hardaway at the point. They can switch positions. LeBron can guard 1 through 4, 1 through 5. Penny can guard at least 1 through 3, and then you have Giannis. So, but my offense definitely run through the diesel.
Bingo.
That's true, but he wouldn't be the one you'd be worried about. You probably would need to foul Shaq worse because Shaq hit clutch free throws, but during the regular season, you know.
I, I feel like LeBron could lock down for me and my squad. LeBron will lock down Giannis, prime and prime. So he's no longer a factor.
Lock him down. I don't know about that now. Lock him down. That's a lot.
He's
Yeah,
not throwing up 20.
I don't know about that. Brian, y'all know Brian, my boy, but Giannis at 6'11", 250. He just listen, run like a gazelle, and jump
D,
out.
what you got to say, man?
He has a decent
Um,
mid range jump shot, and then
Zach Randolph in his prime, LeBron guarded Zach Randolph. Mark Gasol in his prime, LeBron strapped him.
Marcus,
Blake Griffin in his prime,
come on, we
LeBron.
can't give him no credit for Marcus all.
Powell Gasol, he wasn't in his
He
prime,
didn't lock
but
down Powell. He ain't
I'm
locked
just,
down Powell now.
but I mean, he didn't lock down Big Zebo, but he gave him some He didn't get 20. That's, I'm just saying.
The
I'm
Debo
just
ain't
saying.
running up and down the court like Giannis is though.
That's the only thing that Giannis can do is he's just an Gazelle. He has no post moves. I really don't want to give it to him on the defensive end because there's no real legit fours in the league that are in the league, like outside of no, because all your bigs are shooting threes. Cat is really a four. Julius Randle's a four
Mm-hmm.
over Giannis's career. I can't think of no fours that he really like gave the business to. He a dog. I'm taking nothing from him. I was about to just help you with the
I
Clay
think
Thompson
all
thing.
time, he would give a lot of the bigs a lot of trouble. Even though Tim Duncan was a great defender, I think Giannis would murder him. Hey, I'm
What you
giving my
mean by
take, though.
murder him?
he would give Tim Duncan problems.
I wish I could see the YouTube comments. Hey, everybody in the YouTube comments.
Listen, listen,
What you mean by like give us an
problems.
example.
Timmy wouldn't be able to guard Giannis. Giannis is too strong. He gets it down the court way too much for him. He would get Timmy problems.
Who's stronger, Giannis or Shaq?
I can see it. Shaq. Nobody's stronger than Shaq. Maybe Will.
Tim Duncan ain't never had to guard Shaq. And Fat Shaq, not even prime Shaq. I'm talking about fat back, fat big LA Shaq. Like he ain't never.
Yeah, Shaq averaged 30 something against them.
Yeah, but he wasn't guarding the whole game. But they had to switch.
No, they've had some battles. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, from a strategic standpoint, they probably wouldn't put Tim Duncan on Giannis anyway, just because they didn't want to try to get him in foul trouble. However, in my opinion, I think Giannis would give Timmy the business. But on the other end, he got to go down to guard Timmy too.
So Pee Wee, I think your perspective was pick a five that can go against anybody, right? To win.
Yeah.
So what if we switch it and say, hey, we compete against our fives, right? And that means that Jordan can guard himself.
I'm calling it like I see it. I'm telling y'all what it is.
Yeah.
This man had Klay Thompson in his lineup. That's all I got to say.
That's Klay Thompson has guarded some of the greats.
Dion, will you educate this man?
Klay Thompson has guarded LeBron James, Kobe Bryant.
They put people that they don't care about getting in foul trouble on the greatest players.
No, Steph couldn't do it.
All of the best guards on the team.
Steph couldn't do it.
Oh, Steph. No, Steph. Klay was on him. No. Klay was on him because Steph couldn't guard no damn body. Yes. That's why.
Yes.
Who's going to give me more value? Klay guarding it.
Golden State with all the threes, people forget that every year they won a championship, they were the best defensive team in the league. He was the third best defender on the team. That was because he was guarding LeBron. Like, folks say that Michael Jordan is the GOAT, and they just randomly say he's 6-0 in the finals. That has nothing to do.
Got MVP with LeBron scoring 37, 7 a game.
LeBron almost MVP that final. Because he stopped LeBron from averaging a triple. He stopped history. LeBron's about to be the first player in NBA history to win NBA Finals MVP on the losing team. Because Andre Iguodala got in the way. So now, who was averaging the other 30 points on the Cavaliers? It was Kyrie Irving, right? Before he got hurt. Yeah. Who was guarding him?
Steph Curry.
They were switching it.
Go back game 2015, and you see Kyrie go ISO. He sees Steph switches on him. He tells everybody to clear out and scores 9 straight points on him.
That was Cleveland's play. That wasn't Golden State play.
It was
That was the game. That was a game where LeBron had 40 and Kyrie had 40.
That's my point. Like but it's kind of like arguably offensively, Kyrie is one of the baddest people on the offensive side of the ball. He gives him anywhere. He's nastier than Michael Jordan. He's nastier than Kobe Bryant. He's nastier than LeBron James. Like, he's nastier than all these cats. Like, he guarding them though. Like, he ain't stopping them. Like, you can't stop. Only thing that can stop Kyrie is an injury. Like that. That's it. So, like, with that being your best option to give you a chance to win a championship, he also guarded Westbrook in his prime, Harden in his prime, Derrick Rose. I feel like he wasn't in his prime, but he also guarded the midget, the one that was dunking. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot the one that was boxing.
Robin,
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. That struck a chord.
Hey, not right now. Oh, who else? Stop. Who else? But y'all get my point. I get it. Championship guards. So guards who have won consecutive championships or multiple championships. Klay Thompson up there, bro. He better than Ginobili. And Ginobili didn't start. Yes. Yes. Who no. Jay Hurd. Who is Ginobili stopping? A cold.
don't worry, I'll wait.
I'm talking about champion outside of Mike. I'm gonna miss somebody, man. Mike Kobe. That's 11. Mike Kobe. D Wade. Yeah, please. It ain't nobody else. Off the top of your head, it ain't nobody else that have won multiple championships. That's why I'm like, you gotta. He made defensive first team. He's won championships. He showed up in big games. He guarded the best player.
No, I'm saying, I'm thinking about yes. With that, whew,
I feel like he had a 3-point record too.
oh, I
No,
think he hit more.
he up there. He like
I think
top
he
three.
hit the most threes in one half.
I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. We got Michael Jordan. We got Magic Johnson. So 6 championships, 5 championships. We got Kobe Bryant, 5 championships. We got Steph Curry, 4 championships. We got D Wade, 3 championships. We got Isaiah Thomas, 2 championships. We got Jerry West with 1 championship. All above Clay.
I said two guards. I said two guards. That's why I said that. That's why I brought up Kobe Bryant. That's why I brought up. Oh, well, now since I'm clear, let me clarify. Shooting guards, just like ain't none of them hit 14 threes in the game, which is Klay Thompson's NBA record. He's a better set shooter than Steph Curry. He's a better set shooter than
I
Steph
don't
Curry.
care
Steph
what
Curry
words you
is the
put in
best
front of
shooter
shoot.
off the dribble.
He's a shooter.
It matters. If regardless who passing it to him, if Steph Curry's standing still and catches and shoot it, he hits at a lower percentage. This is a fact.
All right, y'all. Well, we obviously gonna have to agree to disagree on this subject, but all right, y'all. That's our time. We all know that the NFL season is about to start. All the teams have made moves and done some great things, but the key position on every NFL team is always what?
Quarterback.
So I'm gonna run down a couple of names, and this is gonna be a would you rather type of scenario. All time, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes? Not including accomplishments, just the eye test alone. Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick. Pat.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes or Brett Favre?
Patrick
Prime for prime.
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes or Joe Montana?
Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know, man. Montana was a fool with it. I'm just be honest. Yeah, was a fool.
Flex, man.
The thing that catches us up, even myself, is like the recency. You know, we
Right.
forget about you're forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
You could do great things, and then the next week, say, oh, we got a new guy. He does this too. So I forgot about all the things that Joe Blow did. So Montana really ran the field, man, and he had an arm on him. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't crazy athletic, but had an arm on him with accuracy. I probably would go with Montana.
Yeah, because you gotta remember the system that they play in plays a lot into it. Because if you're in the right system that plays to your strengths as a quarterback, it can make you look great. It can make you great.
Mhm.
Because there's been some other quarterbacks that've been great on one team, go to another team and they trash. So, i.e., Russell Wilson. Um, he ain't had the same success that he had in Seattle. So why not Seattle? After Seattle, he hadn't had the same success.
That defense could carry Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl. He played good. He wasn't a great quarterback. He was a mid quarterback. Joe
No,
Flacco was
he
good.
had a couple of good seasons because a couple of seasons they put him in the front runner for MVP now. So he had a couple of good seasons. I don't know if I want to say he's like all time great, but I'm just talking about with recency bias. His success was he was not as successful outside of Seattle as he was in Seattle. Whether he's great all time or not ain't what I'm saying. All I'm saying is just outside of Seattle, he really ain't done much. I like it because Joe Montana, but here's the thing, here's the difference. The 49ers with Joe Montana at quarterback had a great team around him.
Mhm.
So if they had another quarterback, would they be as successful or still be competitive as opposed to Patrick Mahomes off the Chiefs ain't competitive at all. Chiefs can't win nothing without him. So, you know, from the eye test, I would have to say Patrick Mahomes, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. Oh, go ahead.
Lamar, Lamar, that's a no brainer.
Nah, for me, it's got to be Pat, and it's strictly because I hate the Ravens. So that's just what it is. I don't give a
So
damn.
biased opinion. And we're talking about
I call it bias, call it whatever you want to. I'm gonna
yeah,
keep
we're
it real.
talking about the athlete, not the
For all the
organization.
y'all that do not know, I am the CEO and president of the Raven Hating Society. I ain't scared to say it.
That ain't fair though. That ain't fair.
I ain't it. I'm telling the truth. I am. This is as real as I'm getting.
I didn't like LeBron, but I put him in my top five.
Well, let's move on. Y'all getting me
I'm not.
fired
I'm not.
up. I'm getting fired up now.
I'm not biased at all. I'm a Commanders fan. I'm taking Pat Mahomes over Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
personal for me. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, I feel like that my quarterback's a better passer than Lamar Jackson, but
who's
I
your
don't have enough
quarterback?
tape in Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, but I don't have enough. I don't have enough games played off the eye test. A rookie carrying his team to the NFC Championship with no defense. Slim nasty. The cardiac commanders. My man nasty.
Don't look away on us like that no more. To the
I'm,
side.
like, like he done said something.
Right. Nothing was the same. Started from the bottom. Yeah.
I after game 3, I don't know if y'all seen the videos, but a lot of pretty much the streets of New York were physically jumping on all the Spurs fans, ripping their jerseys off, beating them up, things like that. Now, the one glaring thing for me that I saw was it was us people. It was our people who were out there, right? You know, making all this noise. They was fighting the police. They was fighting people. You know, I'm all for sports. Like we all love sports. Like we grew up watching it, playing it, whatever. But I just want to speak to the behavior, and I just want to say that that just wasn't a good look for us. It really wasn't. Like it's sports. You ain't getting paid by the Knicks. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your team, even if you just chastising people walking by. But all of the physicality, ripping jerseys off, and all that. Come on, man. We need to be better than that as a society and as a people. Just keep sports. Like you can be mad that they lost or disappointed and be passionate. You know, I'm as passionate as anybody else, but our behavior with that has got to be better. What y'all think?
I feel like we more so the ones recorded all the fights that I saw, because what they really pushing is the videos with us, because it's a narrative. You know, we the aggressors, this, that, and the third. But a lot of the stuff that's gaining traction is a lot of people that don't look like us, drunk with their belts off, standing on top of poles and hitting and being the instigators or the inciters of these Nick fans.
I want the Spurs to win, but uh,
I
you
think it's
know,
going to be the Knicks. I got the Knicks.
the
Heart with the
Brunson,
Spurs, my money with the Knicks.
Anthony Towns combination to D's point, like that's hard to
If he
overcome.
show
So
up,
And
if
like
he
and like I said, if they get back to the offense that they was running, it's curtains. Well, I changed my mind. Shout out to the free trial. All right, y'all. That's our time, man. We appreciate y'all coming in with us. Get y'all support. Please look us up on every platform. Still in the Mud 2026. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.